Thank you. I'd like to go ahead and call this meeting to order. You have on here second term of court, Amanda. What is?
Every year, basically, things like road vacations have to be done in term of court, but apparently we don't have anything.
No vacation, no properties or anything. Okay. We'll get right into the approval of the minutes from the last meeting of March 25th, 26th, and 27th.
Make a motion, we approve.
I second. We have a motion from the first, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Minutes of the last meetings have been approved. Public requests for discussion, action items. No one signed up. Action items. Mission Order 2025-87 in the matter of approving and authorizing appointments to the Franklin County Building Department Board of Appeals. My understanding is that we have someone here from Building Division. So my understanding, these are standing members that are just going to get reappointed as Board of Appeals.
Paul is taking his place and Steve Green is a current board. So now we have.
Okay.
That's for the building commission, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is a Board of Appeals for Building Department. Paul Landwehr, Thad Brady, Doug Allen, James Borgman, and Joe Tobin.
I make a motion, we approve.
I second. So we have a motion to approve from the first, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-87 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-88 in the matter of approving and authorizing appointments to the Franklin County Building Commission. So this one, the change would be from Todd Bolin, past commissioner, would be to Paul Overschmidt, present commissioner for the first district, and Thad Brady, Joe Tobin, James Borgman, and Richard Kleinheider, which is new also, my understanding. Okay, new addition. And this is for the actual board, Franklin County Building Commission.
I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I second. We have a motion to approve from the first, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-88 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-89 in the matter of the City of Pacific, Missouri annexation ordinance. Is anyone here from the City of Pacific that's in regard to this? Okay. My understanding is they're approving the annexation of some real property into their city limits. Their ordinance 3442 with the City of Pacific, and the property that's involved is 584 Katy Lane in Pacific, Missouri, which is being annexed into the City of Pacific.
I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I second. We have a motion to approve from the first and a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-89 has been approved as written. Commission Order 2025-90 in the matter of finding certain equipment as surplus to the needs of Franklin County and further authorizing the disposal of such. My understanding is the disposal of some computer equipment from no longer usable or broken. If I get this paper to open. Looks like a bunch of surplus computer equipment. And then also from the highway department, if you want to speak to that, Jim, I'm not sure if you do, but we have some scrapped material, some scrap culverts, I assume that were removed from somewhere else and replaced.
Yes, it's been practice of the county. New culvert pipes, they're rusted out, they're really no good for anything else, but we do need to declare that as scrap material, then we salvage that out and get the, any sort of monies in return for that.
Okay. You also have in here, John Deere tractors, 2 of those. Are we got replacements for those? Are you planning on replacements? Or we have something for replacements going forward?
Some of them years ago, we ran old and we're just, selling them.
Okay. Do you need replacements for them?
No.
Okay. And you also have a Ford half-ton 4x4 truck in here. You need replacements for that?
No, we do not.
Okay, and a Scotch, some oven for your sign shop? No? Okay, okay. Thank you.
Jim, on the scrap culverts and stuff like that that we're selling, that we're getting rid of, do you sell that or do you just take it to the recycling center?
We have in the past always had recycling furnish us a truck. We fill that up and they take it back and they weigh it out. They are no longer in business. So we're looking at other avenues, but right now we are going to consolidate the material and very likely load it up on our truck and take it to a depot where we can dispose of that and get funds for it.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second. We have a motion for approval of the first district and a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-90 has been approved as written. Commission Order 2025-91 in the matter of approving and authorizing supplemental agreement number 11A with Cochran Engineering for professional engineering services for the St. John's Slow Water Crossing replacement and new bridge project. My understanding, speaking to you, Jim, earlier was this is just for easement for you can work around that site to repair.
Yes, we are part of the and plan stage of this. We have preliminary east-west gateway approval on this. It's federally funded. And we're to the point where the design shows what properties we need to acquire for permanent right away and also for construction easements. And that totals $8,400. And the consultant, which we have used quite often in the past, is retained by Cochran to do that right away acquisition for us. It's a total of $8,400.
Okay. Thank you, Jim.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second. We have a motion to approve from the first, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-91 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-92 in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of an intergovernmental mutual aid agreement for local public health agencies of the state of Missouri for provision of environmental health services. My understanding that this mutual aid agreement is with Crawford County, and someone want to speak to that?
So this is kind of new for the state of Missouri. A lot of health departments are doing this with adjoining counties. So Crawford County and us are going into this agreement if it passes. We're kind of like with the tornado that just went through. We worked 103 food establishments that lost power. So if we had this agreement, they could have came and helped us. Or if, like with the flooding that's coming this week, maybe flash floods, maybe they would need help if their inspectors on vacation or something. It's not something that we have to do. It's just something that if they reached out, we could help them, and then vice versa. And their commission passed it last week for us to bring it to our commission. So that's pretty much what it does. It also is part of an incentive program with the state of Missouri. So we actually get some funds from the state if we do it.
Yeah, it's my understanding. I mean, it's neighbors helping neighbors, which is good. And it does open up some funding from the state to us, to the county here, Franklin County, which is a good thing. Thank you very much.
I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I second. We have a motion to approve from the first district, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-92 is approved as written. Commission Order 2025-93 in the matter of awarding the bid for midsize SUV to Stratman Toyota for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. And this is for your,
This is we're pretty good at grants. We was able to obtain a grant through the state of Missouri on a K-9 program, so it's gonna be a K-9 car equipped with that.
okay,
As well as, on grant laws and things are time sensitive, by the time you get notified you're awarded the grant, it has to be purchased by a certain time to get the reimbursement. And we're going locally to get this, added to the community fleet. And again, that was a Department of Public Safety grant. So
okay.
in essence, we're getting reimbursed for it, so no cost to the county.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good to keep our money in the county.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second. We have a motion for approval from the first, a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-93 has been approved as written. Commission Order 2025-94 in the matter of approving the consent agenda and all items listed therein. Or thereon. I guess it should be therein. And my understanding. This is liquor license for Players Advantage at 3 different locations, and then the Hangout. Generated by our county clerk.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I second. We have a motion to approve from the first, second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Commission Order 2025-94 has been approved as written. Discussion items and reports. Any elected officials, department head has any reports or anything they want to bring forward? Abe?
Always see the sheriff. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to give you a report on the last week. We did finish up all of our damage assessments. So we did our individual assessments. I've talked about those. And we did public assistance. That was last week. So everything went well, went up to the state. So we're now at their mercy and up to the federal government.
So it looks like all of our numbers were where they needed to be, and
I believe we met our threshold. Now the state has to meet their threshold, and they'll submit up. I haven't heard back or any official reports. That's always a little tougher to get, but at least the unofficial is we've met our threshold, which was about $500,000.
okay, good. I mean, this is one of the worst natural disasters this county has seen in a lot of years. And it's been handled very well. I mean, you guys have done a great job. Sheriff's Department, all of our departments have worked together and done a very good job and got us through this without any help from the federal government at this point. So we've been very fortunate to have people in positions like we have that can handle emergencies like this and logistically take care of it. And we're pretty much back to order from back in operation.
We're getting there. I know the highway department has a lot of operations still going on. We're in talks on determining when it is appropriate to close our dumpster site and some of the locations that we have available for those impacted. So that will be within the next couple of weeks, I would imagine, if not sooner. So we would encourage citizens, if they have needs, to use those sites or contact our office for dumpster sites and the the debris side. We also had the state of Missouri canceled or postponed, excuse me, our multi-agency resource center that was scheduled for Sunday due to severe weather, and then rescheduled for this Wednesday, and we're going to have severe weather then as well. So that has been pushed to the 9th. And I do want to take a moment, you were talking about everything really coming together. Stephanie Norton's our deputy director, and she is a renowned expert in these in the state. And, you know, it's easy for the state to say we're postponing this, but that means that a lot of wheels are spinning. And she is one of the best in the state. She has been requested to travel for these for other jurisdictions. And so I want to give her huge shout out and kudos. That's just one of her expertise, and very relevant right now. She has many others. We'll talk about those all throughout the next couple of years, I'm sure. So, but give her a shout out for getting that all coordinated and moved and making sure that the resources are available to the citizens. She's a rock star at that. So I want to give her kudos on that.
All right.
I agree.
We're very fortunate to have the people we do.
So I've gone over the debris side. We're talking about the end state of that. We've talked about the federal reimbursement side and the MARC. If there's any other resources, again, that Franklin County website, there's a banner at the top. Citizens can go there, reach any of the resources, logging hours. We want to celebrate those. And so at this point, I've become a broken record, you know, neighbors helping neighbors, doing good work and coming together. So.
Good. It's good to have neighbors helping neighbors.
Thanks for all the good
Exactly.
work, Abe.
All right, thank you.
And Jim, my understanding, we're pretty much in residual cleanup operation, other than the creek that we got lined up for, you're going to get reimbursed by DNR.
Yes, we are. As far as reimbursement, that would not come from DNR, that would come from Fed for the storm cleanup. That's part of that package.
Okay. So did DNR have to approve it, or?
They had to approve
Okay.
our working in that environment. We have received the property owners that are adjacent to that creek, they have signed off on us working on their property. And that helps out a lot. In addition to that, we are still cleaning up debris that is brought to the dump site. We loaded out about 45 loads yesterday, and we'll probably do that today. We'll be done to have the ground completely clear, but then there'll be more debris coming in every day.
Okay.
That's our segment of the dumpster stuff.
On Route O, my understanding, yeah. Thanks, Jim. Commission discussion? Sure, if you have any words or anything you'd like to share. No? Okay.
I was just poking at Dave. That storm cleanup has been a task, and you know, I was listening to Tony Buell talk about the mutual aid, and I can see how that would benefit in time, because that evening I was his flashlight holder for a while, and he was very, very busy the evening and the following days of the tornado. So good work, Tony.
Yeah, there was 103 food establishments that lost power for a long enough time to lose food. And it's amazing how great all the establishments in this county did. You know, in past years, like with the floods in the Pacific and stuff, we saw where people would try to save food and do the wrong thing and maybe get somebody sick. But everybody was doing the right thing. Lots of generators, lots of people were moving food around to safe locations. So the schools did a great job. All the restaurants did. And to my knowledge, only two food establishments are still closed. And that's the Petromart and the Burger King in Villa Ridge, which will probably be torn down, they're stating. And they've already removed all the food and beverages from those locations and roll off dumpsters. So the safety of the food in the county is in really good shape right now.
Very good. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about, from 911 services to the health department, to emergency management, to sheriff's department, all of our departments, the highway department. Everyone has been working together and doing a very good job. And I think that reflects in how quickly we recovered from this disaster. And I applaud all of you. Thank you very much for your services. And with that, we have no years of services. So we have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second. All those in favor, we have a motion to adjourn from the first, motion or a second from the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We are officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone.